Yeah, we can go on saying the system should be more practical. I want to learn this. I want to learn that. Who's stopping you from learning? If you want to learn, no, इस दुनिया में कोई माइका लाल रोक नहीं सकता है तेरे को सीखने से. Nobody can. And in India, we have got the story of Eklavya यार. उससे और बढ़कर
Correct, correct.
what can be there?
Yeah.
If you have the desire to learn, nothing can stop.
There's this little thing which I saw on your Instagram again. It was this, I guess, IGTV video reel, one of these two. You were talking about why you don't like the concept of physical education anymore, like the education in physical environment. Can you talk about that? Because I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, you picked up a controversial point, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I don't like physical education. Why? It is. I mean, we are all social creatures, so we should
Yeah.
be and share physical spaces. Obviously, last year has been an extreme situation, right, where there was no physical contact. So we are
Right.
all frustrated with online. I totally understand. We are all frustrated, and especially as young people, you want to be out there, yeah. You want action, है ना? So
Correct.
physical,
Correct.
virtual में क्या action होने वाला है? You want action. So I totally get that. Okay. So having said that, but the point is that see, with if you are constrained to only physical education, it becomes so limiting. You are
Yeah.
limited to the teachers who are available in a 20-kilometer radius. What if there's a teacher who can talk about your subject who is in Czechoslovakia,
Right.
right? So see that limitation in terms of access, right? And that's what this lockdown did. It opened up access to so much. Secondly, I'll tell you one simple thing, I'm finding that attention, we are able to be much more focused when we are on this virtual environment
Right.
because there's very little distraction. So it's not, I'm not looking कि मेरा बाजू वाला क्या कर रहा है, वो अपने notebook में क्या लिख रहा है,
Correct.
वो सामने वाली वो why is she playing with her hair like that. I'm not looking at all those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are much more attentive, and also obviously the other side of it is that okay, because the attention level is so high, we are so focused, and that little bit of chilled out relaxedness is not there, which is normally there in a physical space. You do a little musty, little joke, that sort of thing. So we get a little tired also.
Yeah.
I think over time we'll find a good mix of these things. You'll find ways to
Yeah.
have fun even there. You'll find hybrid. So that's one thing, attention. And then the third thing I feel the most powerful reason, although in that video I've said 6 reasons, but I'll share one more. I feel there is so much of amazing technology, so much amazing technology.
Yeah.
You can have tools for brainstorming. You can have tools for making Kanban boards as you discussed.
Correct.
You can
Correct.
have for diagramming, flow charting, which you have access to such amazing tools like like there's a tool called Miro.
Yeah.
Okay, you can use this. There are polling tools. There are debating tools that opens up the possibilities of connecting online, thinking together, and even 100, 200, 500 people thinking together, which just does not exist in a physical space.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean, it's a brave new world and amazing possibilities for the people who are open minded and willing to find solutions. This is an amazing time to be alive.
या बट देन अब जैसे मैं कुछ दिन पहले मेरे भैया भाभी है जिनके लाइक 5-6 ईयर ओल्ड किड्स है राइट तो उनके साथ में प्रॉब्लम ये है अब कि टीचर्स ऑनलाइन पढ़ा रहे हैं बट एक्चुअली इट्स नॉट लाइक क्योंकि 5-6 साल के बच्चे का क्या अटेंशन स्पैन होगा ऑनलाइन पढ़ाने में राइट सो दे आर हैविंग दिस कॉन्स्टेंट ट्रबल ऑफ टेलिंग देयर किड्स यू नीड टू सिट देयर फॉर सो एंड सो आवर्स. So I don't think so if they'll agree with you, but yeah, a lot of older students, they might agree.
But I'll tell you, I have young kids, okay? They are 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a teacher, okay? So I totally understand and empathize with teachers. It's tough, and especially
Yeah. Yeah.
handling 7, 8, 10-year-olds. They're tough because these guys are rascals. Let me be very, very honest and straight. They're rascals, okay? They don't give a damn.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's a great challenge to us teachers to learn to be more entertaining. I think teachers need to become entertainers. Yeah, we have to be more entertaining, more engaging, more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
The children should want to pay attention to us. And by the way, go to a typical classroom in a school, and just because they're sitting over there doesn't mean they're paying attention. वहाँ पे भी full time pass चल रहा है. I've been a backbencher all my life. मेरे को मालूम है हम लोग क्या क्या करते थे पीछे बैठ के.
So I mean that's the thing with me, and I why I chose this topic about like physical education, that you don't like this. It was because I have a lot of issues with the way education is treated in India. Like for me, from school to high school to college, that whole journey was not what I wanted. It was just something which was given to me. So I really have like some deep issues with our education system. Like when you are in school, you don't get to study what you want to actually. Like it's just about like basic set of education that's been given to you since so many years. Then there's high school, which is almost same. Like there's this pressure of 12th boards that you need to study. And after that, for a lot of students, it's just engineering, CA, or medical. But luckily for me, I got to study what I wanted. I took up journalism. But then even then I was not satisfied, because the education system in India is not very much practical. My cousins who are studying abroad now, they tell me their education level, their education system, it's a lot of practical knowledge. And in India, we are lacking there. I mean, our teachers are not storytellers. And I guess the best way to teach students nowadays is to just tell them stories. So, what do you think about that?
यार ये तो फेवरेट टॉपिक है. Everybody likes to beat up the education system.
Yeah.
So while I agree with you that yes, we should be more practical, more hands-on, um, and that is the reason why we started the Enterprise India Fellowship, right? Because I
Hmm.
realized कि वो 4 साल हम लोग graduation करते हैं, full time pass होते हैं.
Correct.
And
100%.
actually, everybody is hungry. The youth are hungry to do more. I have never met a lazy youth. I've just met young people who haven't found a platform. That's all.
Right. Right.
But having said that, okay, let me take a little contrarian view. I'm saying why blame the education system? Education system has also created some amazing things. I
Yeah.
mean, amazing
100%.
people, amazing companies, amazing. So I'm saying let's not go on blaming the education system. It's such a huge infrastructure. It will take time to change.
Yeah.
I would say that we should blame ourselves. You, me, our parents, our society, we should blame ourselves. Yeah, we can go on saying the system should be more practical. I want to learn this, I want to learn that. Who's stopping you from learning?
Hmm.
Who's
Hmm.
stopping you? Tell me one
Yeah.
subject that you want to learn and who's stopping us from learning?
Yeah.
If you want to be practical, we can be practical actually. Who's stopping you, what you learned in the biology class, to come back home and go in the garden and pluck some leaves and cut it and see what's happening and then discuss with your parents? Who's
Yeah.
stopping?
Yeah.
Who's stopping that, to history is taught in a boring way, but who's stopping us from trying to create a story out of it? Even a 10-year-old is smart enough to do that. They are super
Yeah.
creative, super intelligent. क्या है, we should blame ourselves. We have become too used to नहीं कोई आके ना मेरे को ठीक से सिखाए. That's why in enterprise our motto is, forget about that. Yeah, nobody is going to come and save you, and nobody. You create
100%.
yourself. Create
Yeah.
yourself. Take the responsibility. If you want to learn, no, इस दुनिया में कोई माइकल लाल रोक नहीं सकता तेरे को सीखने से. Nobody can. And in India we have got the story of Eklavya यार. उससे और बढ़कर
Correct. Correct.
what can be there? If
Yeah.
you have the desire to learn, nothing can stop. And I
Yeah.
am saying let's take the responsibility as youth, as parents, as grown-ups, as teachers on ourselves. मेरे को सीखने का है. Stop thinking only about certificates and मेरे को ये मिलेगा, वो marks मिलेगा. Let's build that curiosity and hunger to learn in ourselves. It
Yeah.
starts from there. Yeah. I meet so many young people who say, "Nee, yaar, I want to learn, graphic design. I want to learn AutoCAD. I'm looking for a course. Oh, course mein such." I'm saying, Ghanta, why you need a course? Today, if you decide to learn anything, I can challenge you. In 72 hours, you can learn a subject. If you
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
learn how to
I
make
agree.
blueprints in AutoCAD, 72 hours is what you need. I'm not saying you'll become an expert, but you'll learn.
Yeah.
And today too, you have everything with YouTube and online. Everything is possible.
Right.
So nowadays, I've stopped blaming the education system yet.
But don't you think somewhere like there's a lot of pressure on students? Like I'll give you an example. There was this friend of mine who was tremendous when it came to history and related subjects like geography or economics, but then he was not that much strong when it came to science. But in school, there was this pressure on him because he came from a family full of doctors. So he had to take up science after his school, and now he's pursuing medical. But he constantly keeps telling me that he's not interested in that. So how can a student deal with that sort of issue?
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, it's a lot of emotional pressure depending on the situation exactly.
Yeah,
It is tough, and I have coached and counseled dozens of students who faced that pressure.
yeah,
Uh, but let me tell you, I mean, see, life has challenges. All of us have some challenges, and some of us
100%.
will have this challenge, right? And yeah, it's a tough thing, and they have to deal with it. They have to, sometimes they have to give in to what their parents are saying, but continue to do what they are doing and slowly,
Hmm.
slowly build themselves. So I have a friend of mine, a youngster who wanted to do film. Both parents were doctors, and they put huge amount of pressure. It was tough for him, but finally he was able to convince them with his own sincerity. It took a couple of years,
Yeah,
but through his own sincerity, through his own dedication and perseverance, so they understand. Let me tell you
yeah.
nowadays, Jay, the situation is actually opposite. I see more of the opposite situation where parents are saying, "अरे तू कर ले, तेरे को क्या करना है, whatever you want, we
Correct,
support
correct.
you,
Yeah,
अच्छे से
yeah,
कर, मन लगा के कर." And the 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 kid is saying, "अरे I don't know what to do, अरे it's so confusing."
yeah, yeah. I agree. I
So
agree. Yeah,
now it's the ulta. And the
yeah,
problem is that once again that we have not learned only to take a decision. We are so scared. We are driven by fear. And see, parents are also putting that fear in us. But I feel we also, as young people, we have to be a little alert and not take on our parents' fear. See, they
hmm.
lived in a different time. I
Correct.
love the way I'm saying we as young people. Yeah.
Yeah,
So see, the parents, they lived in a different time. At that time, they had to survive. If they पेट का सवाल था at that time. Now for you, it's not a पेट का सवाल यार.
hmm.
Things
100%.
it's not that bad. So we have to also be alert not to take their fear onto us. At the
Yeah,
same time, we have to be very empathetic and we have to understand why they have their fears. They lived in a
right.
different time. So if we can do that, as young people, if we can be a little bit more alert to that, then we will not take on their fear and we will build our ability to follow what we really want to work on. Because today
Correct.
everything is possible.
Right. So I completely agree with you. I remember having this conversation with my younger cousin. I
Hmm.
was like when I was at that age, like around 15, 16, my thought process was like this, like I want to grow up. I want to have this much amount of money so that I can buy my favorite car, maybe a home, like those sort of things. When I asked him
Yeah.
like, what car do you want to buy when you grow up? His answer was very simple. Why do you need a car? We have Ola, Uber. Why do you need a
Hmm.
car? So their thought process has completely changed. I feel like there's a generation
Yeah.
gap between me and him now.
Dude, trust me, there's a generation gap between a 18-year-old and a 15-year-old today.
100%. Yeah.
It's moving so fast. Times are
Yeah.
moving so fast. Technology is moving so fast. So it's very important. I feel one of the really important things for all of us is to learn to understand how people older than us and people younger than us think. We
Hmm.
should have friends who
Yeah.
are much older and we should have friends who are much younger. That's what keeps our mind flexible and young. To me, the meaning of youth is how flexible is my mind.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I met 20-year-olds who I think are actually 80-year-olds. And I've met
Yeah.
80-year-olds who I think are actually 20-year-olds. You know,
Right. Yeah. So I actually want to talk about the enterprise fellowship because we have been talking about education, and you have worked a lot with these young student entrepreneurs. So can you tell like my audience what exactly is the enterprise fellowship?
see, Enterprise India Fellowship is a 1 year part-time virtual, but not online,
Yeah.
virtual program for people who want to learn business skills and entrepreneurship skills in a practical way. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is for people who are, let's say, studying in college or just graduated in their first job. Okay, but you know how it is in India. If you're studying in college, you have at least 8 hours free every day.
Yeah.
That I can write in blood and name. Unless you're doing maybe architecture or medicine, maybe.
Yeah.
Other than that, in most other streams, you have good 7-8 hours free a day. So it's for people who want to develop they want to use that time. They want to work on live projects. They want to meet interesting people. They want to work with mentors, and they want to develop practical skills, 21st century life skills. So that's what it is. It's a program that runs for a year. You use your time. It's very flexible.
Yeah.
We have 2 workshops every week for the participants. We have one-to-one training, mentoring, and career guidance programs for them, and they work on real life projects. So they'll work on marketing projects. They'll work on event
Okay.
projects. They'll work on um, some finance projects. And over the
Yeah.
period of the year, they'll work on 4 5 different projects. So they get to experiment, they get to understand what they're enjoying, what they're good at. And towards the end, we encourage them to create like an we call it an entree project of their own. So which could
Okay.
be either a business, it could be a social project, but it's a project that they have imagined and created. So we work with them to slowly develop the capability and the imagination to build a project like that. And the end of the day, what we want them to take away is a story, right? So we
Yeah.
want them to take away their own story of what they have done, what they have experimented, comfort zones they have broken. Because tomorrow, if you meet somebody, suppose you meet the CEO of Google for just
Yeah.
2 minutes in a Uber, in that 2 minutes, what's going to sell is if you have an interesting story.
100%.
Your
Yeah.
degree does not really matter unless you are like university topper. Then it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're not university topper, then what matters is what you have done, what you have tried, even what you have failed at. It's great, when I
Yeah.
recruit people, I love to hear what they've failed at because that means they've tried.
Correct.
So that's what it is, Enterprise India Fellowship. It's a 1 year practical grooming program for people who think of themselves as entrepreneurially minded, problem solvers, creative.
Beautiful. So, I mean, I want to just add to this. This morning, or I guess yesterday morning, I saw this tweet by Harsh Marwal. Um, he said something really beautiful, which is your degree is not your education. So, I guess the enterprise fellowship is something like that. You need that practical knowledge to, as you said, to explain to the CEO of Google like what your story is. And I
Correct.
guess that's really amazing. Aditya, you have been like working with a lot of students, you have been mentoring them. Apart, like, obviously you have taught them a lot of things, but is there anything which you have learned from them?
Let me tell you something. I learn much more than I teach. In fact, I
Okay.
don't teach at all. I tell people कि तुमको सीखना है तो तुम सीख लो. I'm not stopping you.
Okay.
So I don't really teach. But to answer your question, it's a beautiful question. I learn from every student. I learn from each one. And I'm just amazed. I learn from my 9-year-old son and my 7-year-old daughter also. It's just amazing to see how they think, the
Yeah. Yeah.
questions that they ask, the skills that they have. And from my students, I learn even practical skills. Like, from one of my students, I've learned about coffee. From one of my students, I've learned about uh, coding. From one of my
Oh yeah.
students, there's a student of mine who's now going to be coaching me on fitness. So
Wow.
I am very, that way I'm very, what do you call it? Uh, I'm very greedy. मैं सबसे निचोड़ के सीख लेता हूँ कुछ ना कुछ.
Correct. So, while talking to you, I got to understand this. Like, you are always ready to learn something. You have that curiosity in yourself, and that's a skill which a lot of people don't have these days. How do you think you keep that flame for curiosity alive?
My God, you ask very deep questions यार. बहुत सोचना पड़ता है. So that's a very, very beautiful question. I think we are all born curious.
Hmm.
Everybody is curious. Yeah, that's a basic nature. A human baby is curious. So if you were to say the true nature of a human being is to be curious, फिर उसको धीरे धीरे वो क्यूरियोसिटी का गला घूट घूट के मार देते हैं हम लोग. बट फिर भी पूरी तरह से मरता नहीं है, थोड़ा थोड़ा उसमें जान होता ही है.
Right.
Everybody has that curiosity,
Right.
which is also why so much of entertainment industry works, because we are curious to know what's happening.
Correct.
But I think what's important is curiosity is the opposite of fear.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have to understand that fear is what takes away curiosity, and curiosity is what takes away fear.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can remember that, and when you feel fear or when you feel anxious about something, if you can just remember, yeah, let me just be curious. अच्छा, what if I were to do this? What if ये होता? अगर ये conversation करूँगा तो क्या हो सकता है? Suppose मैं ये
Right.
combination try करता. So we can just remember to ask ourselves this question: what if? Especially in times when we are feeling fear or anxiety, of what will happen. That will help to keep that curiosity alive. And the best way to keep curiosity alive is to hang out with children, people who are half your age,
Yeah. Yeah.
and also with seniors, with our grandparents. They are also
Yeah.
amazing
Right.
because they've gone through all that ऊपर नीचे and they realized कि ये सब time pass है.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. So there's this thing. I don't know if you know about this thing in Israel. Parents ask their children when they come back from school. They ask them, "What was one good question which you asked in school today?" I guess we need that sort of culture in India to
Yeah.
increase that curiosity levels.
Wow, that's a lovely one, huh? What was one
Yeah.
good question you asked in school today?
Yeah. I mean, when I got to know about that, I was like flabbergasted. I mean, that's very new for an Indian kid. So yeah,
That's amazing. That's amazing. And
100%.
Israel, what an innovative country. One tiny little
100%.
country
Yes.
smaller than Pune,
Yeah.
and they are world number
They're
one, two, three
dominating. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in almost every industry that they participate in, whether it's
Yeah.
defense, whether it's water, whether it's software. And
I guess
I've been to
they
Israel
have.
twice. I've actually done
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
with Israeli people. I've had an Israeli business partner.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this thing that you said about curiosity. This natural curiosity is alive somehow in
Hmm.
that culture. They
Yeah.
have that. And they question, they think, they reflect.
Yeah.
And they're not bogged down by what is already known in the education system. What they're not bogged, they're willing to
Right.
think, "Ki,
Right.
acha, this is what we've learned, but what else can it be?" And I'm glad you
100%.
brought that
Yes.
point up because that's the kind of culture we attempt to create at Enterprise, where you don't limit your mind by existing knowledge. We
Yeah.
try to create new knowledge.
Yes. Yes. Right. I mean, and that's something which is, really important for an Indian kid, because all our lives we are, in a culture where this is not what you actually want to do. This is, as I said earlier, it's given to you. Since you have worked with a lot of students, you have worked personally on your own, as you say in your videos, like you have like 6 successful businesses and plenty of failures. So what are like top 3 things which you have learned till now and you would want people to implement it in their own lives?
Beautiful. So top three things I have learned is one is start small but start. Any idea you have, chalu karo. Start small but do it fast. Do it quickly. Second thing is that learn from everyone and everything. Don't think
Hmm.
that you are the expert. Take every opportunity and learn from everyone. Learn from every situation. And the third thing that I would say is that don't have an ego and get stuck to your idea. Quickly change it whenever it's
Yeah.
needed.
Beautiful. I guess the learning wala thing is which I got to learn from you. Like you, as you said earlier, you try to learn from even your 7, 9 year old kids. So that's actually really beautiful. So Aditya, this was like the end of this beautiful episode. Thank you so much for coming on the show and talking about Indian education, mentorship, books, and happiness. I got to learn a lot from you. I hope so the audience did that as well. I'm sure there will be people who will be taking notes from this episode because it was that deep. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jayesh, and lots of love and thanks to all your audience. Look forward
Yeah,
to spending more time sometime.
same here, same here. We'll definitely try to do one more podcast. Till then, it's a goodbye. Thank you once again for coming.
Absolutely. Great stuff.